And I would imagine by the time that kickoff happens, it will feel a little more like summer here.
I mean, this weekend was pretty good.
Yes, it was very good. Today was a little setback.
I know. It still feels like spring, though, because
Yes.
the pollen count, super high.
Feeling it today.
I can hear it in
it's
my
all
own
right
voice.
here.
Oh, yeah. But today felt very much like early spring. High temperatures only got into the 50s today, mid 50s in some spots, and our average high temperature is 67. So for a lot of us, it was between 10 and 15 degrees below average for this time of year. A lot of cloud cover out there, areas especially in southern Maine with low visibility. Now we've had a lot of drizzle out there, but just some scattered showers, particularly in the mid-coast areas over the past few hours. But we still have a lot of our rain to go. A lot of it right now currently kind of right on the border between eastern New York and areas of New England. And this area of heavier showers is going to move into Maine overnight tonight. So most of the heavy rain will be after dark. But this rain is going to be pretty heavy at times, could cause some areas of localized flooding in places that are susceptible to it. So this is what we're going to be seeing overnight tonight. So that heavier and more consistent rain is going to move into New Hampshire and areas of western Maine. This is about 9 p.m. Heaviest rain hits eastern Maine, or western Maine, excuse me, right around midnight, coming through the mid-coast between 2 and 3 in the morning, and then through down east Maine between 3 and 5 in the morning. The good news is that this front moves through pretty quickly. So by the time we get to early tomorrow morning, most of us are going to be drying out, and we'll even start to get some sunshine later in the afternoon. But that means we're also going to have some showers and thunderstorms pop up later in the afternoon, especially where we see that sunshine, so particularly in areas of western and southern Maine. And this kind of instability is something that we're going to see a lot this week because of an upper level low that's just going to kind of cause a chance of showers throughout most days this week. So like as we get into Wednesday, it's going to kind of feel pretty similar, except it's going to be cooler than it will be tomorrow. So some more cloud covered areas in southern and northern Maine, where we see that sunshine late in the afternoon is where we'll start to see some of those scattered showers and thunderstorms, and kind of a very similar deal on Thursday, slightly cooler. And then most of those showers Thursday will be concentrated along the coastline. So I mentioned that we have that upper level low, and that's the reason that we're going to see kind of some unsettled weather this week. So the days are going to move by pretty quickly. This is that area of low pressure situated over the Great Lakes in this green color, and it's going to be lingering for most of the week. In fact, it goes all the way until Friday, and so we kind of finally start to break out of some of those yellow and green colors, and then for Friday and the weekend, we start to build in this ridge in these orange and red colors here, and that means it's going to be getting progressively drier and warmer as we get into the weekend. So we can kind of see that here. Tuesday will be warm because we're going to be in the warm sector of this storm. And then it gets a little bit closer to seasonable as we get through the midweek, but a little bit chillier. And then once that ridge starts to move in, our temperatures start to increase as we get into the weekend and early next week. So our marine forecast sees 5 to 7 feet. So we have that small craft advisory up because of the high surf and some gusty winds off the coast. So today and overnight is definitely going to be the rainiest day of this stretch coming up, but we do kind of have that unsettled weather over the next few days. Temps a little bit cooler Wednesday, Thursday, but then Brian, the weekend right now is looking up. Temps getting back into the 70s and overall drier than a lot of the days this week.
Big change from the temperature at the end of last week. We were
I know,
toasty
right?
then. All right.
I'm sad I missed it.
Yeah, no, you're not. It's fine. All right, Dana, thanks.